Everybody, welcome back to Captain's Draft 3.0 qualifier stage between DC and Stark. This is game 2 of a best of 3. Stark took game 1 pretty convincingly. My name is Sunspan, joined by Purge and Zyori. How are you?
Oh boy, this is my favorite part. When you load in, you get to see all the heroes and that first thought of, okay, what's the spread? What's going on? What's the weak point? So far, we've seen a shortage of supports in most of the games. Last game, we saw that Weaver mid. It's been interesting so far. Purge, how you feeling, man? What are you thinking?
I'm pretty disgusted by these dumbass voices that you guys keep using right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
golly. Me personally, I want out of the company.
Guys,
I can't even imagine you being embarrassed. Do you actually like get flushed in the face or anything?
I don't know if I have any physical tells about it, but I definitely get embarrassed sometimes, yeah. Remember all those weird times in high school where I had no idea what I was doing? And
No, it's different now. You have much more confidence, you know. You're good to go.
Radiant
yeah, I get embarrassed sometimes. If I give the wrong impression on somebody, something like that, or if somebody thinks I'm a dick, that makes me feel self-conscious.
There are
nice people.
There are a lot of good heroes in there. There's Enchantress still in there. I know that.
No enchant.
DC
and
really
Oracle.
likes Oracle. They really like. I mean, Sam is probably. I think.
Radiant team ban.
I'm obviously biased, but you can't deny he's an amazing.
Yeah.
Probably will come here.
Some good heroes are definitely getting through here. I think DC would possibly first pick Oracle if they don't ban it.
No, they're gonna first pick Venge. What?
Venge is a little bit stronger as a support. There's actually so many good heroes here. I completely agree.
I 100% guarantee.
There's Bane too.
They will first pick.
Over Enchantress even if she stays through.
I think so.
Wow.
Tough.
Yeah, I kind of agree
Enchant
with
too.
that, I guess.
All right, now there's no choice. So.
Dire team pick.
Don't even think about it.
You like PA first pick?
Remember, with Captain's Draft, there's no bonus time. It's just a set amount of time. They did add 30 seconds. Less hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact that they're even hesitating means maybe they're not going Venge.
They might just go for the Beastmaster, man. They love that.
They do.
It's a total comfort pick.
There's a lot of decent supports, so there's a lot of decent in all heroes, I think. Except for maybe what's the lacking? Mid heroes or something? I feel like there's not a lot of OP mid heroes this game.
Oh,
there it is. There's not a lot of late game carries. No Spectre. There's no. Like they have like a PA. They have a Weaver. There's a lot of carries that really come online early. I guess Lifestealer. He goes pretty late.
Yeah.
You know who's pretty good here? Port is the old Bounty Hunter, actually.
Why?
Because he's good. I don't know if you pick him first 3 though. No, he's really good. Like anything that disrupts the laning stage. And Bounty's literally the best. Bane might be a little higher actually.
I mean, I kind of agree. AOI's Bane or AOI's Bounty did amazing thing during the regional qualifiers. I'm sure you can do that again.
Wow, first pick Shadow Shaman.
I think that's more of a deny. Beastmaster with Shadow Shaman is pretty dirty as far as pushing, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Dire team.
Plus is a good pusher.
And Stark grabbed the Viper because there's just not that many mid heroes here, and Viper's the best one that's left over, I think.
There's no way they don't pick Venge, right? Undying?
I was thinking they might go for Tusk, but...
Nah, they're not huge fans of Tusk. I mean, he's good, obviously.
I don't like him versus Viper. I think it's dangerous.
Wow. Going back for the freaking Weaver.
Okay. They needed Weaver to deal with the Viper, because any other hero they picked was just going to suck against Viper, but Weaver's like invulnerable to Viper. Viper literally can't kill Weaver. But Weaver can kill Viper with a little bit of a gank, but an Undying shows up. That's a
wow.
Wow, force the PA pick. They're like, well, we need a carry, guys. Is this our Lifestealer?
Okay.
Captain's Draft.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really have a choice. You're right. It was PA or Lifestealer, and I see why they wouldn't want to play Lifestealer
or Venge carry. But that's it. Or maybe
I would love to see Lifestealer with Beastmaster. Go on that Hawk and destroy some kids.
Yeah?
What about that poor Hawk, dude?
Yeah, you have to blow up the Hawk. That's a sacrifice.
Fit in the Hawk? That's what I want to know.
Larder, wow. They're going hardcore.
Okay,
magic.
So offlane Star, carry PA, mid Viper. It's very synergistic. Very, very synergistic. They have like all physical damage right now.
And they could pick Venge at the end for some extra minus armor. That could be scary.
Yeah, good point.
Flop
Venge
stun.
would completely make their lineup synergistic. It would work out really nicely.
And if they don't get Venge, they could still take Bane or Rubik. Good setup for the Slardar. Really good supports all around.
I agree.
There's
Dire team.
Theban's Oracle.
Weaver is not dying this game.
So Weaver is going to be Mason in all likelihood. Yawar's, I don't think, really a Weaver player. So this next one should be a Yawar hero. And there's not much. Could.
No, it's not. Well, are you really? Surely Weaver's gonna go mid though. Like I feel like Weaver versus Viper is the obvious pick.
I mean, you are. I've literally never seen them play it, and I know Mason plays Weaver, but it's possible. That they
take
so
the
instead of
Venge.
first picking Venge
Radiant
like
team
100%, they fit.
They still got it though, dude. You knew
I
your
feel like
team.
there's never a bad Venge pick.
Not
Is it
really.
gonna be
So-
carry Venge? What do you think?
Yeah, it's gonna be Mason Venge now, and Weaver's you are, I think. I know, and Mason plays both. You are. I've never seen him play.
Wow, I'm surprised they took Lich over Bane.
Is he a robot? Or is that
Yeah,
me?
he's a robot. I thought it was me.
You're a robot.
Beep boop,
There you
Good
go.
now.
Come back, Human Purge.
boop boop beep.
Do you have gigabit internet, Purge?
I don't. I'm on.
You should move to the great
glorious
state
Time Warner cable.
Of Arizona, we have gigabit now.
All
Said
over the
one
whole
person
state,
ever.
Just like.
In certain areas, including my very secluded ones.
Let me tell you guys a story. Back in like 2007, when I was shopping for home apartments to live in during college, I was so concerned about internet that I literally asked every place if they had Ethernet wired in their house. Idiot. Which obviously they didn't. They didn't even know what the fuck that was.
You
They're
have
like,
Ethernet in your house.
Most people just use wireless, and I'm like, why the doesn't anybody wire their house? Like seriously, like wireless is okay, but. And for like 95% of all people, they don't need Ethernet. But damn
Yeah.
it, what about the
Well,
gamers, man?
But-
I'm all about the Ethernet. Ugh.
But you just put Ethernet in your house. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but like, what if it was like, you know how many fucking phone plugs that are in homes that don't do shit anymore? If
Yeah,
that was
that's
Ethernet
true.
instead, the world would be a changed place.
I agree with that.
America would be it.
America.
Most
Worst
modern countries
infrastructure-
probably have that already.
Probably.
Better, dude.
Better.
All right, so it is going to be a Mason Venge and Yawara Weaver. This will be a real treat to see Yawara and Weaver. Never before
30
seen by moi.
seconds to battle.
Wow. Is this
I'd
the
have to
first
look at
ever?
the stats, though.
Are you
so
going
I might
stats
be
man
wrong.
on us, Suns fan?
I mean, he's got the items, so surely he cares at least a little bit about Weaver.
Let's see. What items does he have? He has, yeah, that's the Immortal, right?
Yeah.
like
Well,
it.
he's got mythical wings too. I don't know what those are from, but they look pretty cool.
The
They're pretty big.
dedication says SD.
Lampo.
And they're just going to trade the bounty runes here. AUI. Thinking about it.
The battle begins.
Oh my. He tried to steal it. They didn't really have great level 1. I mean, just not want to get Frostblast level 1, that's damn sure.
I like these hitting the Viper. This is really good. You have tangos, shared tangos. Like every right click at the start of the game does a massive amount. It's gonna leave your HP max a little bit lower than your opponent's.
I haven't seen AUI play Undying very often as well. Usually, usually a Theban. I mean, he's played it, but not nearly as often as Theban. But Theban is definitely...
I feel like at least on EG as well, AOI was definitely the Undying player, so I'm a little surprised that you
on
not
DC, I'm
expected that.
saying.
just didn't watch your players before.
Yep. I never heard of AUI until he got...
Bulba just denied his boar. Cute little play.
What a pro.
He is.
Who do you favor in the... I mean, Viper still takes this lane mid, right? Theoretically speaking.
He should be last hitting better, but I don't think he'll ever kill the Weaver. He can definitely out harass the Weaver though.
Meanwhile, bottom we have the dual lane of Oracle and Venge Spirit. It's actually a ton of burst damage once you get Purifying Flames and a magic miss, which I assume he's gonna max.
And they both right click pretty well. Oracle's got good range and really good animation, so catch somebody out of position will be really useful.
PA actually squishy in this lane.
So is
Yeah,
Rasta.
extremely.
1 armor.
But at least the Rasta can disable. The PA is very weak to nukes. Nice side pull there, especially it's a troll camp, so it should deny some of those.
Oh. Almost pulled it back in lane.
The important thing is that they guarantee a double wave here, which is going to get them level 2, which means they can actually start going for kills.
Everything looking pretty solid in this laning phase. Slight edge for Stark, but not by much. Are
It's
getting
gonna
quite
help
a bit out of the offlane.
secure this top rune. He is level 2 as well. That's the beauty of Sacrifice now, that it gives you experience on top of what it did before. And the change was that it denies experience completely, right? Even if it's right in front of your face.
Yes.
Because they flip-flopped on that a bit. Can be confusing. But top lane, we have the Frostblast on AUI. Double crush by Trixie. See about the amount of damage I can do for now. There is a Mango on Slardar, so you can surprise crush. Although I don't know how much of a surprise it would be. You can see his inventory very plainly.
There's an arcane rune on Lich, is so good for him. Lowers
Oh, that's
the
true. I didn't
sacrifice
see that.
cooldown.
Oh.
Nuke for cheaper. You should just be spamming his ability. There we go.
That's brilliant, actually. Especially level 1 sacrifice is such a long cooldown. The percentage makes a big difference.
It's like it's a level 4 sacrifice now. More or less.
What do you think of the arcane rune?
Most of the time it doesn't do anything, but sometimes like these it can be very, very good. Like lowering the cooldown of a really big ultimate, stuff like that.
I think it just lasts a little bit too long. I think it should last the same as a haste, and that would level it out, but... It's kind of like double damage.
No,
it's
it'd be way
situational.
bad then.
Yeah,
Like if it only lasted 30 seconds and a support grabbed it from a rune and tried to gank, like by the time they get there, it's gone. You know, I think the 60 seconds is just long enough for supports to find it useful. Maybe if it's bottled, it should be. I could see that argued for, but I still think it's too situational.
When we had Jenkins on What the Duck, he was saying that he thought it was really broken because of the opposite, using it on like a Warlock or I guess a Death Prophet or like a Ravage early on, so you
Oh
can.
my god, mid lane. Yawar, are you dead?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he pops. Nope, not going to be enough.
First blood by
goes
Boogie.
the way of Boogie, and he's dominating this. Even before that kill, double the CS. Bottom lane. Are you okay, Hemp?
Yeah, what'd you say? Uh-oh. Where? Item drops.
Oh, on the left side, one viewer got a prize for witnessing first blood.
Oh, nice. I didn't
Yay.
see that.
By the way, guys, you can buy the ticket. It's $3.
There's a pretty good chance you get an item because there's probably not many Dota.
Yeah, you could be that one viewer.
Man, I haven't seen that in so long.
Yeah, if you get an Arcana, that would be pretty legit.
You get to tweet it and let us abuse you for sellout. Thank you.
Yeah. Put it in our trophy case.
So you are dominated here, mid. Boogie is one full level ahead at the moment. Has almost tripled the CS. Holy
now he's
cow.
in trouble. He's stuck in the trees. Maybe he can come out.
After
Bulba.
this is fine.
Double
I mean,
bore.
It's an undying
hasted
at the end of
lich.
the day. That is one beefy mofo. He's got
That's
two
it's just
decays.
Weaver, man. Like every time Viper hits him, he takes a lot of damage. He doesn't do as much damage to the creeps due to Nether Toxin, so you can't outlast him. You can't pressure him because if he ever goes for a one-on-one fight to the death, he's probably gonna lose. Like at least until Sakuchi hits level 4, he just can't really do anything aggressive, whereas Viper can. So it's not too surprising that he's losing the lane.
And Rasta's just gonna sit behind Boogie here mid, looking for a possible initiation. Not gonna find it though. That would be a tough sell. I mean,
The only thing Weaver's good at is punishing really weak defensive supports. That's what Weaver is best at. Everything else, it's just beaten by a lot of heroes.
Well, looking at the CS all across the board though, Mason is doing pretty damn well in that bottom lane with 32 and 8. They haven't quite found a kill. They got extremely close to killing the Shadow. I want to say Rasta.
You can call him
That's
Rasta.
Yeah, most people know that by now, right?
Do you think Boogie's just going fast mech on the Viper with this kind of a start?
Yeah, it's possible. He might just go Treads first. Treads would further cement his lead in this lane
Right.
and make sure that he wouldn't lose the 1v1.
Or do you go Treads S and Y?
If somebody else is making mech, then you go Treads S and Y, but otherwise you make mech, I think. And I think this is going to be a mech game. Unless Lich is doing amazing.
And he's lowest on net worth, so...
And
Okay, I
some
like
TP
it.
rotation topped by 1437 on that Oracle. They're looking to set something up. Boba, level 4, can't really do a whole lot without that Primal Orb, but I mean, if it's 3-on-1, you never know. Tricks on off. There's Purifying Flames. He's going to attempt to TP out. Again, I mean, it's, you know, it's a 2.25 second cooldown, no big deal. Pretty insane spell.
Yeah, the nuke damage is really good.
I mean, if you combo it correctly, he does, I want to say, the most damage of any support at the early levels. Would you agree with that?
Yes, definitely. Downside is that his disables are a little weak, and in a case like that, like they would have gotten the kill if you just had a stun in the same vein, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
while it does have some benefits, it's not always better.
And all things considered, PA, Nemphy, I mean, he's getting out CS by the Vengeful Spirit, but considering the lane he was put in, not too bad. He's getting most of his last right clicks here from Stifling Dagger, which is now level 3.
They've had some trouble zoning him out, basically. Really good pulling. They didn't block the pull camp, so. Best advantage was in the first couple lanes, or the first couple levels, but they didn't get caught, so... Neutral farming is the best way to go when you're at a disadvantaged lane.
Bulba working towards his Necronomicon, which he usually gets very, very quickly. And when did this start changing from Blink first to Necro first on Beastmaster as Oracle? Gonna kill on PA bottom.
A little bit ago, like maybe
6
a
months
year
or
or
so?
something. No, it's more like a year.
Radiant's
Kind of been a
bottom
running
tower
thing.
is under
Just
attack.
the general thought is like the Necro allows you to
Radiant
kill somebody, the
structures
Blink
are
just lets you set up
fortified.
your roar. And the more important thing is for you to be able to get solo kills and threaten other heroes. Pro is it just does so much damage on Beastmaster. It's an incredible item. You can kill almost anybody with a roar if you're playing Beastmaster nearby.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Everybody
attack.
has TP back to base, at least the Shadow Shaman does. This tier 1 tower is taking a
Dire's
beating
middle
bot,
tower is under attack.
and he left for DC to take.
Radiant's bottom
And Mason
tower
takes it
has
himself,
fallen.
so doing pretty well. 45 last hits at the 8-minute mark.
Dire's
Not too
middle
shabby.
tower is under attack.
Yeah.
And you are even. I mean, he gave up mid right now. That freed up even more for Viper. They need to do something about Viper at some point.
It's gonna be hard though. He went max corrosive, as is pretty standard here, so... he's got a buckler as well, so he'll be very, very, very hard to kill. DC has some spells and stuff, but they need like a Deso, I think, before Viper becomes a little squishy.
Yeah.
At least in Medallion.
Once they get the Necronomicon, that'll help. Just some extra damage to come out. Turns Bulba in from utility to an actual damage dealer. But I agree, Deso will definitely be the make it or break it. He's getting close to the mech now. He's got the headdress just about.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And he did go
attack.
for the tread spray. Although DC gonna rotate. Maybe they're gonna take heed to your advice here,
Ooh, they
Shannon.
might get him in the jungle.
Oh
He's got a
my,
DD,
Viper. DD has Viper Strike available. Buckler's
Oh, you
down. He's
missed
gonna get
DD, of
purged.
course. Where's the
There's the
swap?
Tombstone into swap. Magic miss. That half HP
Missed the
after
wave.
all of this, by the way. Chain Frost is gonna bounce on the
Oh, the
zombies.
zombies.
Oh my god, the bounce is... The Vengeful Spirit will drop in the end. Boogie gonna help take out this Tombstone. Yawar
He's going
looking
for
to
it.
finish off the Viper. Finally does. Has time lapse up. It's gonna be at
Nice.
full HP again. 1537 gonna get a right click down to Nemphy. AUI on the run. Has a decay in 1 second. But not sure that's gonna be enough against 4 heroes, good sir. And down he goes. It's a 3-for-1. What looked like... I mean, if that was any other hero, I think they clean Vipers.
He's super tanky and he's super far ahead, so that combo is just... He's got the perfect items for this stage in the game as well. He's got all this armor, even more when he's alive with the aura. Yeah, it's hard to bring down.
I don't know, that fight looked to me like Mason's just not that experienced on Vengeful Spirit, honestly. Like, he didn't swap instantly. It was clear that the Viper swap was the first thing you do when you find him and remove the DD. Also, after he swapped, he did the Wave of Terror where Viper used to be. Because of that, he missed his Wave of Terror, so they didn't have that -3 armor in that fight. They might have killed Viper if they had that, so I just felt like that looked like Mason inexperienced playing this hero. I haven't seen him play it before, at least on his previous team, so I just think he's not quite anticipating that, and that makes things so hard. If they would have killed the Viper right there, they would have had a really big advantage.
Well, they're gonna go for it again, I think. They smoke up. Maybe not for him, maybe somebody in the jungle. They might run into Lich, actually. Depends on how they position themselves. Lich is gonna run into them in all likelihood, and Magic Missile, that'll be at least an easy. So it's gonna be 4-4. As Viper continues his reign in mid, though, he's getting very, very close.
Nymphy down bottom. They'll rotate down here, set up from the Oracle. I don't know if they're actually going to be able to catch him. They deploy a Tombstone, but rotation from the Rasta. They'll repel, and oh, the dagger actually catches a crit.
Pretty ambitious Tombstone, but
yeah.
they might not get the gold. We'll see.
It is creating pressure as well. The Shadow Shaman's now in the bot lane. They can pressure the lane. They can do a swap stun. Not anymore now that Tombstone.
Bulba picks up a Smoke of Deceit. He has Necro level 1. I think this is where it starts to get a little bit more involved in the fights.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Where DC really thrives in this lineup is 5 manning. And the only real big negative is the Lich that they have to worry about with these when they group up. But these aura stacks and amazing team fight of... I mean, Undying himself is amazing in these 5, but...
Yeah, he's level 6 now also, so you get that damage amp. That's going to be huge for killing the Viper.
They did see the rotation coming through with their observe wards. Both of them spotted them out, so play very safe. Very good wards from DC though.
Wards. Lord.
No, I mean the Radiant ones. They spotted them rotate this way, and then they had one that used to be over here, and that spotted them as well. So
you look at that dive vision. It's not that often you see 3 wards like linked together like that, where you have clear vision through a little tube in the map.
yeah,
Kind of cool.
on the bright side for DC here, the Viper doesn't have his mech yet.
Radiant's
So
middle
no
tower
mech
has
means that they're
fallen.
still way stronger in terms of
Dire's
fights.
top tower.
What do you
He's
think of
close.
Venge skill build?
I love this. I think this is the highest damage build if you go 4-1-4. The reason is because to every point of armor, it gives you about 6% survivability. So if you multiply that by 3, it's like 18%. So a single point of Vengeance Sword is close to what Wave of Terror does, and each additional armor point doesn't actually increase your damage by that much. The Vengeance Sword technically does more. So I actually like the Vengeance Sword max build over
All
the
they
Wave
needed
of
was
Terror.
the level 1 wave
Dire's
too, and
top tower has
Shan just
fallen.
melted.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
that
getting
was
half
with
the value of
Undying
Wave of Terror
Amplified.
with 1 skill point. So
Pretty good though. Trade Roche for a tier 1 tower top.
He does
DC
have
will
the mech
take it.
at base to deliver that to himself very shortly.
Frost is level 6 now also, so... Wards are on the field, boys. Look out. The Vipes are coming.
Dire's top tower is
So
under
they
Is
both
that
are going to
when-
have an ability that makes it hard to fight. Tombstone and Wards now.
Yeah.
Next
At what
Tombstone
point does
build.
Stark want to start team fighting?
Maybe
is
right
this mech
now.
enough?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, they
And
have
mech's
a
still
mech,
at
it's
the
just
base.
not there. They're just kind of split pushing for now. Once they have mech, they can fight. But even then, it's a little scary. There's just a lot of nukes, and they don't have a hero like Dazzle or Shadow Demon or something. So if the engagement is bad and the swap is good, it's going to be a one fight for DC. They have Aegis, like, how can they fight right now?
Yeah. I do wonder what the item builds can be based on the Venge. I'm always interested to see core Venges switch it up. We've seen a lot of Yasha in the past, S and Y. He went Helm first here.
Very standard.
I've seen him go Aghanim Scepter, so I wouldn't be too surprised at some point. It's not really one of the 2 items you get, at least.
I wouldn't get it as the second item. I think he's probably going to Manta due to the Slardar with the amp damage. He wants to remove that to make sure it doesn't die super easy, and Manta's still a pretty good damage item due to Venge's agility gain being strong. So I think Manta is pretty likely, but something like SNY or BKB is also good.
Oh, Alex.
Here.
Bulba's gonna roar Valix here on the Lich and
Radiant's top
pull them
tower
up
is
together.
under
Meanwhile,
attack.
bottom lane, help them taking out the Slaughter. That's 2 for nothing. Make it 2 for 1 as the Weaver finally drops to the deck. But there's the Tombstone. Shadow Shaman can barely move.
They can maybe
Be
kill
trying to
it.
get one Constellation
nuke
kill on
him, nuke him.
1437, but is he gonna get it? Gonna have the Blink Strike, and down he goes. It's a 4 for 1. They do lose Weaver,
Radiant's
but
top tower is
Brutal,
under
it's
man.
still worth it.
Numpy's in there just
Radiant's
praying
top
for a
towers
crit.
are
Please
fortified.
give me a crit. Doesn't get it, and it's a 1 for 4 overall.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate for him. Zalae's got there in time and backed him up. It would have been a kill if he might have been able to kill him still, honestly. Oracle might have
Radiant's
killed
bottom tower has
EA
fallen.
if he just needed one more Fortune's End here, but
Bulba's
got a
been
lot
having-
of levels.
Oh, Bulber.
A little inside information. He's having trouble with his FPS big time. So I'm helping him build a new rig of sorts. It's
Oh, that's
funny
right.
because
I did see him tweet about it.
yeah, he was having FPS issues, and turns out Good is so fucking old. I did not realize it's like literally 5 years old. I was like, dude. First of all, having a power supply that old is not good because it will fry everything if it goes bad. But
He kept turning his power supply over into his next PC. So
yeah, pretty much. But
Oh, God.
like, yeah, his CPU was like a 2500K, which is pretty damn old. And because of the FPS issues, okay, I'm just gonna buy a GTX 980. He gets it. And he's like, my FPS is actually worse, and I'm like, probably because source games are CPU limited, so you need a CPU that's better. It is right. How dare you?
oh
How
damn,
dare you?
shit's about to throw down.
Source is GPU limited now? Source 2? Okay, so in that case you have a lopsided, you have the bottleneck is still your CPU at the end of the day, right?
Death tax.
Yeah, so anyway, to wrap it up, guys, Wednesday or
Fascinating.
Thursday, he's having a new computer. So don't worry, guys, his F will be fixed. Oh, it's a reborn thing, right?
You guys see the courier on the Radiant team?
What about it?
I think it looks really cool.
Chocobo.
The bird?
to do with Gem TD. Why would you bring that up?
I actually don't think I've seen this before. What is that from?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
like,
the first time I've seen it too.
is that a perfect world courier or something?
Pretty cute.
It literally says Chocobo, so it's very clearly.
It looks kind of
Chocobo.
like the Drodo.
It's definitely a Chocobo. This is 100% Final Fantasy.
Oh, sorry, I don't get down on Final Fantasy.
A swift current.
Well, you just
You
lost
sound so
some followers.
disappointed in him, Purge. It's like a
I mean,
father.
look, I'm not like a Final Fantasy fiend or anything, but Final Fantasy 7, man, that's.
I believe it.
I didn't
I don't
play
think it's
much of
bad.
this.
It's just I never got into it. Nobody introduced me. I don't have any
I see.
friends that were into it.
Yeah, that was the only way I got it. Somebody showed me.
Level 3 Necro Book now on B.
Pretty good.
Very nice. That is a very strong thing to get, and he's going to be going for Blink in all likelihood. Bottom lane in the meantime, swap into Maxwell. Eventually, there you go, and down goes the PA.
And that's why you don't pick PX, because Hero needs stats, and you need HP, and you kind of want lifestyle, and then nukes just kind of wreck you, and you can't do anything.
Pretty sure Envy solidified that fact. It's in memory,
Yeah, maybe.
even though he won't admit it. I
I mean,
think PA was picked more or less as the.
I mean, it wasn't picked in the first place, so why did it matter?
There's got to be a bump of some kind. Some
In pub
influence that
games?
Envy would have.
I'm
yeah.
sure in terms of pub games, I'm sure you can see some tiny little metric changing, but
That would
may
be
not have
interesting to see.
landed or lasted long enough, because if he's doing poorly on stream with it or going mediocre, as probably happened, then people aren't going to be like really convinced, like, wow, I want to try this, you know?
Is it true? I don't know if it was actually a real thing that you can bet pubs now.
I don't know. I saw the Reddit thread and clicked
That
on it.
sounds super sketchy.
Oh, no, I
don't
have
know
heard
about
of that. The guy that wanted to do that, who was it? Somebody wanted to sponsor us that wanted to do that, and I said no.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, what is that? Like, who want? Like, you bet on pub games, and
All right, Pimp is calling us out right now, so let's stop. I don't know the full story, obviously. Either
don't know
way,
who
the
it
tier
was, I
1
can't
tower is
remember.
taking a buttload of damage. Those level 3 Necronomicons, they're gonna give it up for free. And DC has a sizable lead. Despite Viper, I would say, getting close to taking over the game about 5 minutes ago. Been grouping up, and the auras are, I mean, Inner Beast and Vengeance Aura together with how much
Yeah.
burst damage they have is fucking
It's
insane.
so good. That's why that's a little surprising they didn't pick Venge earlier, because of that reason. You have attack speed and you have damage. You're getting a lot of DPS, way more than you would normally with just one or the other. And Viper, that's the other issue with Viper. He's very, very good at his laning stage, but he's not a hero that can take control of the game. You don't go on the map and gank people with Viper and outplay people with Viper. It forces them to engage you. That's the only way that Viper can get advantage.
Oh, I heard a drum charge. Trixie looking for an initiation. Lothar's
vision,
picked
but-
up. Oh yeah, I forgot he goes Shadow Blade on this.
It's an option. It's a way to snowball your hero.
I don't think
you
he's
see.
going. I don't think he's going Manta.
He could definitely go Silver. It's a good game for it due to the evasion on the
Oh, that's
PA.
true.
One
Yeah.
good way to deal with it. So
Definitely true.
should have thought about that.
Ward's placed in mid.
Wards.
I'm gonna clean him up. Anytime Purge hears the word ward, he thinks Gem TD. Every goddamn time.
I could run 2 instances of Dota at one time. I would be playing Gem TD
I'm
all
pretty
the
sure
time.
you can do that, right?
I would play Gem TD while watching replays. I would watch replays all day. Just wouldn't stop.
oh my.
Those games last a minimum of like an hour and a half, right? If you're doing
Two-player,
okay.
yeah, it takes
God.
a long time. That's why it's good to do it while you're doing something else. It's a game like that.
Uh-oh, here we go. DC breaching the high ground. Look at all these units. My
Look
god,
at
it's a
Necro
zoo.
Warrior plus 49 damage. It's like almost double his damage.
Got an Alpha Wolf
Radiant's
and the
middle
Venge
tower
Aura.
has fallen.
Jesus, man.
So
Now
dirty.
Boogie taking
They're
tons
just
of damage
shooting
thanks
through
to that
these
kill.
buildings. There's
They're
no
just gonna
glyph.
get a free Rax.
Yeah, they can't stop it.
Radiant's middle
Good
barracks.
God.
Venge Beastmaster. It makes Weaver look way better too, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it
he doesn't
does.
actually have any items on Weaver yet. He just has stat stuff, but he's actually hitting really hard right now.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Insane.
Plus 50 damage. What is that equivalent to? What does MKB give you these days? Because it got nerfed in the
60
damage, right?
Before it does the
So it's like an MKB without the procs.
well, it's 66,
True.
but just say like a Demon Edge or something.
Sure.
It's the easy
Like an
way to look at it.
MKB without any of the things that make it unique. Why don't you just say it's like a sacred relic?
Demon Edge is how much damage? Yeah.
It's like a 2,000 gold item. It's really synergistic.
It's crazy.
And it works out kind of nice if you think about it. Like, you'd say, like, oh, sure, that could be any hero playing carry getting that damage, but the reality is that Weaver has all these survivability things early on, but he doesn't have damage, so you're making up for his weaknesses. Weaver is actually an okay pick here. It's kind of disgusting because I've been really disappointed with Weaver so far today.
Yeah, well, sometimes when Weaver goes Lincoln's first item, he feels underwhelming at this stage in the game, but now he can actually fight.
Smoke
from Stark. Yeah, they're going to try to wrap around, or maybe they're going to Roche.
I don't think they realize that they're actually down here behind the Weaver. They're going to figure it out now. They're going to come fight now.
Roche actually just respawned. The winner of this fight could grab it.
Ooh. And Mason's available to do a little swapperoo if they see it coming. They're going to place the ward. And here comes the initiation. Trixie going for AUI. False promise in the fight. He's going to live a little longer, maybe even heals up thanks to Oracle. They're going to first take out the Shadow Shaman and the Lich. It's a 5v3 just like that. Trixie gets a nice crush, but everybody's just dropping like flies. No pun intended with Yawar on that Weaver. And PA, the last to survive.
Here comes. Here comes.
Oh,
there it is. Wave it
He
there.
got it with wave.
Pure damage, dude. That
You don't see that very often. I like.
Dude, that like is such a testament to Oracle at the end of that game. They get an like it's not the best initiation as a fight. The Slithering Crush only hits on one. I think it just hit on Alley, but
it was
still.
like 2 or 3.
Oh, it was. It stunned all 3. It was close, but
it got the Venge and it got the Undying, and the Oracle they came on the Undying, and then Undying was not dying. As soon as he pops Mech, he heals for 500, and then Stark is kind of like, all right, this isn't gonna work.
Lost. They did everything they could to kill the Undying. They still couldn't finish him. It was nice game from DC, man. That was.